Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? This your boy Food Junkie. Food Junkie. This your boy Food Junkie. Waiting for y'all to come into the room. Waiting for y'all to come into the room. Waiting for y'all to come into the room. hmm Today we're going to talk about crisis management relationships. Yes, we are. We sure are going to talk about crisis management relationships. And what does it mean? Do you have one? Are you the person? All that. We're gonna talk about all that right now. Good morning, Ursula, baby. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, let's talk about crisis management relationships, you guys. What's up, my 2 cents? The main one, Johnny Mac, Melody Jackson. How y'all doing? Welcome, 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 you guys. Don't forget to like this video on the way in, please, you guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. Crisis management relationships. What are those? What is it? Are you part of it? Do you have one? Are you a corporate of one? Are you a product of one? What's up, Denia, baby? How you doing? Welcome. Um, I told y'all for the past since Thursday I was off of YouTube, whatever, for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? But then I got off of it. One reason why I got off of it was because I was tired of the nonsense and bullshit that was going on the YouTube streets right now. And then another reason was because I got a phone call from someone that I haven't spoken to or talked to in a while. And the phone call was to borrow money and for advice. And I started thinking about was not this person we don't really talk was not we were cool friends, good friends at one point in time in our lives, but now we're not really that anymore. But I realized every time they call or every time I speak to them was not there's either a problem they need advice with, they need counsel for some reason, or they need to borrow money, or they want money, I should say. And so I started thinking about, these. So I told someone, well, it's not. I'm like, I'm not really a crisis manager. Well, it's not. I really don't do well with a lot of chaos going on in my life, a lot of chaos around me. So I try not to involve myself in stuff like that. That's why I choose to stay away from a lot of stuff that goes on here on YouTube, and I carry myself the way I carry myself on YouTube. You know, and I always say stuff like, I like everyone was not, but I'm not a part of what everyone does because I'm really not. That's just not who I am because I know my personality and how I am is not conducive to that type of personality or that type of environment. Well, it's not where I'm going to speak my mind, and the more I speak my mind, the more people seems to get offended by that, which I really don't care one way or the other, you know. But it's just that to keep the drama down to a minimum, I choose to keep a lot of my opinions to myself and, saying work within the parameters in which people seem to have the capability of working within, be it, in large groups, single groups, things of that nature. So back to the story I was saying. So I just kindly just told him I was like, unfortunately, yeah, although I have it, unfortunately, I'm not that person that you need to call only when you need help, only when you need something going on for yourself, only when you need someone to lean on. I don't mind leaning on you as not or something. I don't mind you leaning on me because I can handle whatever you have to offer. But it needs to be a more well-rounded friendship and or relationship. It's not about you only calling when there's a problem. How about calling just to check in? How about calling? Hello, Eddie Pillar. How you doing, baby? How about calling to check in? How about calling to say how you're doing? How about calling to say good morning? How about calling to be productive and active part of my life opposed to being that person that you only pick up the phone with me when there's a problem or when you need to borrow something or when you need something from me. How about just being that person to be there because you want to be there and you want, what I'm saying, to hear how I'm doing. What's up, Tessie, baby? How you doing? Welcome, sweetheart. Baby, I'm always pulling myself. You know that. Beyonce got it from me. But no, with that, it's just that, I started thinking about, saying how many relationships that I have that is being used as I'm being used as a crisis management type situation. And right before I came live, I received a text from someone. It's a real simple text. You know who you are. I love you to death. It's a fellow YouTuber, and it was just that hey boo, just checking on you, was not make sure everything's okay. Have an awesome day. Very simple. Nothing big, nothing crazy, nothing. What I'm saying, wild was not, but very organic. You know what I'm saying? And it's more or less those type of relationships that I try to foster when I'm trying to foster relationships with people. I want something that is organic. And if it's not organic, was not, that's fine. But at the same time, don't call me or talk to me as if I'm a crisis manager. Was not that every time there's a crisis going on in your life, or every time there's something going on in your life, that I'm the one that you call. And that's the only time that you call. That's the only time that we speak. That's the only time that we get together. Was not if we are talking about nonsense or craziness. Was not. How about just calling and say good morning? How about calling and just say hello, how you doing? No long crazy phone calls. Don't have to be saying all engaging. Was not. But I'm more apt to answer the phone. I'm more apt to be someone to help and to support you if you're there during the good times and the bad times. It's not just for me to be bogged down with the worries of the world on your end. But if I need someone to talk to, or if I need someone to just vent to, well, it's not, you're never available, or they're never available, or whoever's never available. But yet it's always like a one sided situation, a one sided friendship, I should say. So basically, crisis management and one sided friendships was not. And I just don't understand or get why people don't understand that, why people can't comprehend that fact that all human beings have the ability to be, you know, um, able to pick up and take on the responsibility of others. But at the same time, at some point in time, maybe you should be there to help someone else as well. Like what's that statement that people always say? Um, Sometimes you need to check on your strong friend. Sometimes you need to check on the strong person was not, because sometimes saying they feel like saying they can be a little weak as well. Never saying that I need someone to check on me was not, but if you want to talk to me when things are going to hell in a handbasket was not, how about calling me and talking to me when things are also going well, or just calling to check in, or calling to just saying, like I said, hey, how you doing? You crossed my mind was not in the past couple of seconds was not. I wanted to hit you up. No long drawn out conversations, whatever, but because that's what I do. Like I will text someone and just say thank you. Was not, what I'm saying. I actually I did it over the weekend. I text someone thank you, and it was like for what? I didn't respond because it's just a thank you. You know what I'm saying? I just want to thank you. You know what I'm saying? I just want to thank you for being who you are. That's it. No explanations needed. No huge hoopla. No huge commotion. No Star Spangled Banner. Nothing like that. Just a very quick thank you, and that's it. Um, Also over the weekend, I just randomly cash app somebody. Have lunch on me. No reason. You didn't do anything. You didn't, you know, act for anything. Here's a little bit of money. Have lunch on me. You didn't ask for it. It's just that. That's just who I am as an individual. It's not. And it's just that, I come across sometimes as this feeling myself type individual. Good morning, drunk again, meek, drunk meek, drinking to get drunk. And I'm sorry, I can't see that small. Oh, Von Keith, that's you? You don't change your name up. You don't change your name up. My 2 cents. So you get what I'm saying, baby. You get exactly what I'm saying. It's like I am the strong person with that. Like I said, I'm always a protector. I'm always a strong person, whatever. In the flesh. Well, me and you both are in the flesh right now. But anyways, that's another story. But yeah, it's just that. Hey, sex incomplete, baby. How you doing, sweetheart? It's just that wouldn't it be nice, my 2 cents, for someone just to call and say, hey, how you doing? I thought about you. I'm checking in on you. I'm making sure that you're okay. Isn't that a nice feeling for all of us who are the strong individuals or the strong people in our circles? Was not that when people just call to say hey, or call to say what's up, or call to say you crossed my mind, thinking about you. Have a great day. No more, no less, no, like I said, no longed out scenarios, no long conversation was not. Just a quick little message when everything is going well, there's no fire to be put out. You know, it's just nice to have that validation of I'm thinking about you right now. It's not for no other reason, just to think about you. So yeah, it's just that. It's just that, and it's like I was thinking about that was not. I want to have this conversation yesterday, but yesterday conversation was had to be had as well about doxing. But just like the strong friend, the strong person in the relationship, the strong person that seems to have it all together and have it going on was not. What's up, Leo, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? At a hero, baby, what's going on? It's just that um, being that strong person was not being the protector, being the one who's always able and willing to fight for everyone else. It's nice to have someone just to check in on you. Nothing big, nothing crazy was not. It's just a quick little note to let you know that you're not alone. You're out shopping. What you gonna buy me, baby? What you gonna buy me? I'm just playing, just playing. But yeah, it's nice to have that little quick little note that just checking on you. Just want to say, hey, send out my energy and love to you. It's just real simple. Those type of little things mean so much to me. Was not opposed to people just calling to you know vent their own issues that they may have. Putting that it's a, it's a surprise. Okay, I can't wait. I'm sitting on pins and needles. You know, it's just that it's nice to always have someone just reach out to you. It's not for no other reason, just to reach out to you. It's always nice to have that person or people that you hold dear to you reciprocate those same feelings and emotions that you have for them. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's a lot of stuff that happens on this YouTube thing is a effect because people don't feel appreciated. So when they don't feel appreciated, well, it's not they get into their feelings and they get hurt and allow against their better judgment to do and say things that validate them for themselves, opposed to having someone else just reach out to you and say, "Hey, how you doing?" Quick little message, quick little text, quick little phone call, quick little, "Hey, how you doing?" What's not. So that's why I appreciate so much that you guys always come in and you're into this chat and you're respectful of the channel and you're respectful of me and you show not only me love but each other love, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I kind of want this to be. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, there's so much negative energy out there on these YouTube streets. There's so much negative energy out there in the world. We have so many battles that we're fighting on a daily basis at moment by moment. Well, it's not that when people come onto YouTube and into virtual reality, they come here as a release. They come here as something to do that to get away from something else. And when you come here with that in mind and you want, you know what I'm saying, someone to just reciprocate that same energy that you have. See, I'm not a big crier either on my 2 cents, and I don't cry much, whatever. But I do have the feelings of sadness every once in a while that sweeps over me, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And even when I do, I do something creative to pick myself up. You know what I'm saying? I don't dwell in my sadness, whatever, you know what I'm saying, or my loneliness or things like that. Not loneliness, my feelings of being alone, I should say. Even when like me, the person I am, I could be in a room full of people and still feel alone because if I feel that no one's understanding where I'm coming from or what I'm saying or what I'm doing or understanding the energy that I'm trying to put out, to me, that's a feeling of loneliness for me. I don't ever think that I'm so strong and so pulled together all the time that I can't recognize there's moments in my life that I, you know what I'm saying, it definitely is medicine. as well, Miss Leo. For me, I'm sorry, Leo. For me as well. That's why I said when I'm feeling sad or upset, well, it's not. I create stuff. I create beauty. I create clothes. I paint. I do something else. I cook. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that is positive energy. That is constructive energy. What's up, Lauren? How you doing, baby? I hope everyone washed their butt. I hope everyone washed their butt. But yeah, it's like I like even when I have getting those moods and stuff like that, I don't look outwardly for people to validate me in that way. I try to do that within myself because I don't want to ever get used to someone else validating who I am or controlling the emotions that I feel about myself or for myself or within myself. Because when you give people that type of control, they have the power to not only build you up but also break you down. And I don't ever want someone to have the power to break me down for whatever reason, regardless of what state or situation I'm in. But me saying that, people may say, "Well, you're contradicting yourself." No, it's not contradictory. Was not for me to say that I look within myself for validation. Was not. But as a human being, we all want that interpersonal connection with someone else. We all want someone to. Thank you, Lord. We all want that person that have our back as well. Like you know, me being the strong person was not that don't mind being the strong person in the group. Recognize that there's moments of weaknesses that I need my energy level and my um stuff to be reinforced as well. And it takes a strong individual and someone that is in tune with who they are and what it is to recognize and to speak that. It's not what's up straight from the bay. How you doing, sweetheart? It's not a sign of weakness or anything like that when someone who is strong that says, I also need to be validated at times. I also need to be built up in strength and love and compassion and things of that nature or whatever. Regardless how strong someone may appear, they still have those moments of self-doubt. What's up, Tawana, baby? How you doing, baby? And the moments of needing to be reassured, needing to be validated. Well, it's not needing to say that's a good job or that's good and things like that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that I do stuff for that, but if you recognize the greatness in someone was not, or you recognize the strength in someone was not, what does it hurt to say good job? Or if someone crossed your mind, what is it? What does it hurt to say I thought about you? Exactly. Exactly. I'm sorry to hear that, my 2 cents. But yeah, it's um, it's always validating what's not because for me, like I said, I learn from everything. I learn what to do and what not to do from everything and everyone in my life. And it's just even the bad situations that I experienced and that I've witnessed was not or was witness to or may have been involved in. For me, I had to go through there or that moment in time to be where I'm at today and to have learned something from that. Because if not, I would still be repeating the same patterns and the same things that I have experienced previously. And if you don't learn from every situation that you're in, the good, the bad, and the indifferent, you're bound to repeat that history over and over and over and over again. What's not. And me being able to recognize that is me having the ability to see outside of just my situation was not to be able to um actually bear witness to everyone else around me as well. And while I am honored to be seen as someone who have strength and integrity and all these other things was not, I will always have integrity, but strength, sometimes, you need that. I mean, that takes work. It's exhausting. And you can't always be, that person to exhaust that energy that everyone expects from you. You can't always be that person to exhaust those things that everyone because when you are constantly giving and constantly building up and reassuring people what's not and no one's doing the same thing to you was not, you deplenish your own energy. You deplenish and diminish your light at times was not. And I never want to be that person to diminish my light in order to build someone else up. You know what I'm saying? And it is like when that happens, people wonder why you become distant or why you become standoffish or why you become, that person that seemingly not be your best self. And y'all hear me say this all the time, but it's not. I'm the king of matching people's energy. However you want to take it is where I would go with it. And it's not, you know, um a way of saying that, I'm this bad mama jama. No, it's that I can expend or expel more energy than is being given to me because I'm not going to diminish my light for anyone for any reason. When you show me gratitude and loyalty and love and strength and all these things, what's not, I will definitely give you that in full to my best ability, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't give me that, I can't expend time trying to build you up and help you reach your goals and help you reach your highs when I'm at my lowest and no one's there to do the same for me. And it's not a selfish thing, it's more of a self-preservation thing, knowing that, I need to preserve the energy that I will have expended on you in order to make sure that I reach the goals that I have for myself and do the things that I have to do for myself to make sure that I am the person that I want to be. And if me constantly pouring onto someone else or pouring onto, you know, the people that only come over me, I think people call them like energy vampires. What's up, Tex Coco baby? How you doing? You know, um, energy vampires, whatever, or saying succubus, whatever, who wants to suck all the energy and life out of somebody, what's not, and then discard you. I recognize that, and I can't be that person. You're not gonna use me to uplift and build you up, what's not. And while I'm breaking down, you're walking away. That can't happen. Oh yes, mom. People that I like, I love everybody. I love everyone. I do. Even people that I mean I like that much, I still love them. But people that I use the word friend with is very small and very few because you have to. 'Cause to me, something a friendship has to be something that is cultivated and proven over time. And I tell people all the time was that the same thing I look for in a relationship is the same thing I look for in friendships as well. Must be loyal, must have integrity, must, what I'm saying, possess those things that I want to be around. And what's up, crazy baby? And if I can't be around you in a friendship, that definitely can't be in type of relationship whatsoever. The only difference I look for in, well, when I looked for a relationship was a sexual connection with someone. But it has to be a friendship there first and foremost. And if we don't have a friendship, we definitely can't have a relationship. And that's just how I looked at it was not. That's how I look at it. And when I try to cultivate friendships with people was not. I try to. That's why I would say I watch how people have treated other people that they have called close to them because you can see even with these little beefs that's going on here on YouTube. At one point, these people were friends. At one point, these were some of the closest people and relationships they had on here. And they will have fought for each other. They have fought with each other. No, no, not with each other. They have fought for each other, was not. They have blocked people for people, was not. They have, saying, attacked other people for each other, whatever. And now all of a sudden, they're at each other's throats. So I look at that as that's why I say how you fight with someone is how is I take that into account as well. What's up, of you, baby? How you doing? How you doing? Fine, I hope. Yes, very true. Straight from the bay. That's the worst feeling in the world when you want to give to someone was not, but you not only do you feel that what you said, but you also feel that it won't be appreciated was not. It's as if you have to give unto me, you have to pour onto me, opposed to, oh, I appreciate it was not. So let me reciprocate this energy back onto you, type of thing. Now, to me, that's where the most positive thing is. Like I said, right before I got here, whatever came on here, I received a text from somebody, whatever, and it was just like, that was just a nice little moment. You know what I'm saying? Nothing big, nothing crazy. It was a nice little moment, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that's all it was, you know, and it was appreciated. It really was, because, like I said, I feel that, I do a lot, what I'm saying? I give a lot of energy out there, positive energy, I should say, you know, and it's like, and sometimes I'm exhausted, because it's like, when am I going to get some energy back? It's like, when am I going to get this energy back? When am I going to, get poured onto? And I say that I want people to, because don't call on me now. I'm still a grown ass man. I'm still a grown ass man, but at the same time, while it's not being a grown ass man, I know my limits. I know what it is that I, expect because what I give to people and what I give to this world. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that there's no unrealistic expectations coming from me. It's very much so very realistic, but at the same time, I just expect because I give a lot. You know what I'm saying? You talk of you, baby. You give a lot, sweetheart, and you give a lot. Like you do. Watching you make me exhausted because you pour into everyone. You pour into everyone. You pour into your family. You pour into people on here. You support everyone. You know what I'm saying? You're driving all across the damn country, doing stuff for people. Was not going here, going there. Plus you working and stuff. You do a lot, and it's exhausting. Watching you at times. Was not. But I'm so happy and proud that you have that energy and that willingness to do all that. Because let me be honest, boo, I can't do it. I can't. I mean, I can't. I can, but I don't. I don't want to, because I did that before. I was that one going from here to there, and here was there was not, and it wasn't being appreciated. It was not, and I can't keep on exhausting myself trying to please other people. That's why I act the way I act. That's why I move the way I move, and that's why I am the way I am. And it's either love me or not. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate me or not. Support me or not. Because if I'm constantly trying to appease the masses and appease someone else was not, when am I going to appease myself? Thank you, Etta baby. We appreciate you too. Hey Nixie Nix baby, how you doing? It's just that like, cause like of you, baby, you Pam, Miss Pam, you do a lot, and it's like I'm astounded by you. That's why when that's why I like messing with you and picking on you as not and mimicking you with your hey, how you doing? Fine, I hope. Because to me, that's my show of appreciation and love to you. You know what I'm saying? Like if I mess with you as not or pick on you, I like you. If I don't mess with you at all, I don't mess with you at all. And people in my real life know that. They'll be like, oh, he must like you because he's picking on you us now, or he's ragging you, or he's, saying doing something silly to you us now, or mimicking you, whatever. Because that's just how I show my appreciation because I'm a strange character, for one. But I can't wait to see you so I can hug your neck and give you some of this positive energy and take some of your energy, negative energy away from you and put it onto me. And the thing is, like someone said, as content creators, we go through a lot. And that's why the pictures that I posted on my community page was not with a little collage of six different looks. Like I said, be careful what you do because you never know who's going to show up and how they're going to show up. Like they can show up very, very professional, as in those pictures were, or they can show up real, real hood and real, real street. It depends on what they got to do to beat the case. Is what they're going to do. So you got to be very careful about saying pushing people to limits that you don't know anything about, or pushing people that you don't know anything about, or doing things to people that you don't know anything about because you don't know if what that one negative post you put on somebody could be their breaking point to either harm themselves or harm you and yours. So we gotta be very careful about that. With that, and the whole thing about the whole crisis management thing again was not. You don't know how people manages their crises. You don't know how people deal with what they're dealing with, what it looks like to them, and how it feels to them was not. And we all want to, say that well, they did it first was not. They did it, or they did it first, whatever, and not realizing that it's not about who did it first. It's about just because you could doesn't mean you should. Everything that we can do don't mean that we should do it. Everything that is out there possible was not doesn't mean that it's our responsibility or our um, right to be involved in. You know, and it's like people don't understand. There's a limit to everything, and there's a time limit for everything. What's not. One moment you may be riding high on a hog. Within a split second, you can lose everything. And if you're not, hey Texaco baby, how you doing? And if you're not appreciative and aware of what's going on around you and with you, whatever, more chances than not, you may not be able to recover or bounce back as quickly as you may hope or want to. You need to be very, very aware of what's not about what you allow in. I think Miss D said this last week, and so did Sean said this last week as well. Miss D said something like, "Be careful about what you're watching on YouTube," and Sean said something similar to that as well last week. That you have to be very careful about what you're allowing into your system, into your body, into your psyche, because that affects everything that you do. Was not, and as far as the crisis management aspect of it, you can't keep on absorbing all the negativity that people are throwing at you was not, and not having your own way of releasing that, not having your own way to get rid of that or shedding that extra baggage that people are throwing onto you. You need to be very careful about what you allow into your system, what you allow into your world, what you allow into your mind, your mindset, because saying no one ever knows. You're absolutely right. I'm reading your guys' comment. Baby, I just try to speak what's in my heart, sweetheart. But thank you. I don't watch everyone. I don't watch everyone. I mean, even people are loving and liking what's not. I look at what you've done previously. I look at how you behaved previously with that. Right now, you're behaving and acting like you got some sense, but you know, 2 weeks ago you weren't. 3 weeks ago you weren't. 3 months ago you weren't. So I can't. I don't know if it's an act or not. What's not. It takes more time for me to allow people in than most because I'm very, very protective of who I allow into my thing. In this chat, this is, a safe place for everyone, was not. Yesterday, for the first time, someone came into my chat, was not, and I felt they were being attacked. I had to check someone, was not, don't do that. Don't attack them over here. I don't care what you may feel about them, was not, how I felt about them, was not previously, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Don't attack them over here. This is a safe place for everyone. Even people that I don't like, people that I don't deal with, people that I have cussed out before. If you come over here, was not, this is a safe place as long as you're respectful. If you're disrespectful, was not, you already know me. I don't play those games. Not over here. Don't be disrespectful over here. Everyone is accepted over here. People that I don't like, people that I don't respect, people that I don't deal with, was not. I will acknowledge you respectfully, was not, and we will move on. And if someone tries to attack someone that's over here, whatever, know that if I see it and recognize it, it will be handled accordingly. I will ask nicely, and if you can't respect my wishes on the platform, unfortunately, you will get timed out and you have to go somewhere else. I can't allow people to come over here and feel that they can't come here and speak their mind in a respectful way and be handled in a respectful way because that's how I want to be handled when I go somewhere else. And someone else's chat. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like me. Well, it's not. You don't have to agree with everything that I say. 'Cause as y'all know what I say, that everything I say is meant for you to take in its totality. Take in what helps you grow, helps you build up, helps you be stronger, what's not, and discard the rest. Eat the meat and spit out the bones. Because what I say is not for everyone. I know that. But it's something that I need to say and get off my chest, and hopefully it can help someone else in the process. You know, love people dark and toxic. I think that darkness and that toxicity, is that the right word? Toxicity? I hope so. If not, y'all know what I mean. I think that comes from the feeling of being hurt and not dealing with your pain and not dealing with the hurt that you have inside, not dealing with the broken heart that you have. Because I think a lot of people are just sad inside and they haven't learned how to deal with that sadness. They don't know how to react and or respond to that brokenness that they have felt. I think that, oh, it is? Okay, good. I think that a lot of people don't understand that, so they take it out on other people. Was not they choose to display it in a way that is unhealthy because they feel that sadness and that hurt and that unhealthiness within themselves. And I think that once we start to recognize the pain that we have within ourselves was not is more less of a darkness of you, baby. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You don't have to do that, but thank you, sweetie. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's something that we all, saying deal with. It's something that we all have to battle with and fight with. And it's something that, I have learned to kind of not say control, but I manage it in a way that I manage it within and go through the proper avenues to make sure that I'm okay with it. It's never that I'm going to take slack. I always say I know how to differentiate between who I'm mad at and who I'm talking to. And a lot of us don't do that very well. A lot of us take our anger and our hurt and our pain out on everyone, opposed to addressing that issue at hand, opposed to acknowledging the hurt and pain that we feel inside, and then allowing us to actually deal with that accordingly. You're absolutely right. She reviews everything. Yeah, I like that name. Yeah, you're absolutely right. People haven't let go of that. They haven't been able to not only let go of it, but acknowledge it, accept it, deal with it, and then let it go. Because if you just let it go, it's not. It's still going to be some kind of there where you can't really articulate accurately what it is that you're hurt by. Once you identify the pain and deal with that pain, you're more and less able to move forward from that pain. And that's all part of crisis management, was not, and understanding those type of relationships that you have not only with yourself but with other people. And when you try to hide you know that pain and mask it, everything is going to bubble out to the surface sooner or later anyway. Everything is going to reveal itself anyway. So when you are constantly not being able to express yourself accurately and be able to be an adult, in a couple of my earlier videos, I use the word adulting, the act of being an adult. What I'm saying a lot of us aren't adulting, what I'm saying, because we're not acting as adults. We're acting as the hurt people, the hurt children that we once were. We all have pain, we all have struggles, we all have done things or been through things in our life, especially as children, that we need to forgive ourselves for, and the other people that has done the hurt and pain to us. We can't allow the situation of, well, I was picked last in some tetherball to affect us as adults. We can't allow the fact that I maybe didn't get as many hugs from my mom and dad as I wanted, was not, to affect us as adults. That's all part of crisis management, was not, because it all was some kind of crisis in our life. Let me get on this chat right quick. I'm listening. I'm still talking. I'm going to read these chats. Okay. Da-da. Tawana, right. As you get older, you should know how to okay. As an adult, you should be able to, learn from things and grow from things. Was not even the stuff that may not seem so good doesn't have a smile on your face. Exactly, Lauren. You said your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. That's why working on yourself is very important. Exactly. Hurt people hurt others. Exactly, your view, baby. You're right about that, sweetheart. And that's why people say, well, like someone said yesterday in my chat, you seem like you're a cool person. Because I am a cool person, what I'm saying, not because I'm feeling myself, but I know that I'm dealing with the things that I have to deal with in order to make me the best person that I want to be. And if my outer um expression of self is a reflection of my inner expression of self, then I'm doing the work that needs to be done in order for me to be the best person that I need to be. And my thing is, I don't ever expect from others what I'm not willing to give to others. And you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like when I so much like even when I'm having to address people that I may not too much care for something that they've done or said, I try to do it in a way where you get the point across. Well, I get the point across. Well, it's not, but it's in a way where I'm not going to go outside of myself to do that. You know what I'm saying? Nor do I. I don't want to fight with anyone either. Well, it's not Leo. Hey, Bernadette, baby, how are you doing? And you definitely pass it on to your children. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to fight with anyone as well. What's not, but I know that we all can't get along. I know that that's not possible. It's not realistic for me to think that we all should get along. Well, it's not. But we can all respect each other in our differences. We can all respect each other in the fact that we won't always agree with everything that each other does. And when we start to ignore someone was not, we may lose a powerful lesson. We may lose that powerful message that that person could possibly give. Like I said, I learn from everything and everyone. Either it's what to do or what not to do. And if I'm ignoring you, was not, I will lose that lesson of what not to do because I wasn't there to look at it and see it. While I may not watch you and support you that way, was not, I do listen when people are talking about you, was not, and if I find something interesting that they said, be it good or bad, I take it upon myself to check it out before I formulate my own opinion about it, one way or the other. Of you, you know, I'm the same way, baby. Was not, like I said, virtually, these are just words on a screen. It really, truly is. But the reality is this right here. If I have to come knock on your door, I'm just saying that's a whole different ball game, a whole different conversation for another day. I'm just saying that is a whole different conversation for a whole other day. Because if I have to, if it gets to that point where I'm knocking on your door, somebody have some bail money ready for me, please. Have some bail money ready because I'm gonna need it. Either that or have my passport ready for me to go somewhere else. Ooh, great question straight from the bay. Great, great, great question. Question was, how do you move on past hurt when you feel you haven't received closure over a situation? Okay, for me, this is just for me, Food Junkie speaking right here. When I feel that I haven't received closure from the other person from a situation that I think may have hurt me was not, I find closure within myself. I come to terms with the fact that I will never get the answer that I am seeking from an outside source. I have to look inward. Right now, I'm closing my eyes and just kind of centering myself while I'm seeking this question because this question is really deep for me. I don't look once I realize and recognize that I will never be able to get the closure that I'm seeking from someone else. I look inward and I when I say inward, I look deep within myself and ask myself, why is it that I am seeking something from someone that I can't possibly get from them? And once I come up with my answer to that question that I ask myself, I find closure in that. But that's just me. I don't look like once I recognize that I can't get it from someone else, I look for it within myself and ask myself, why am I seeking it from someone else when I know in my heart of hearts that I won't ever receive it the way I want it. So once I come to peace with that, for me, it's done because I recognize that they can't give me what I can give myself, and I'm gonna seek peace from within myself. And ultimately, that's all it is anyway. Someone. That's why I say, if y'all remember, always say I don't apologize and I don't accept apologies, whatever, because those are just words. Don't tell me that you apologize and you didn't mean to do something was not. You will show me that by your next actions and by your future actions. If you do something that have hurt me or bothered me was not, and I bring it to your attention and I let you know, and no confrontation away, but this what you said hurt me. I'm expecting this, and you did this right here, and you say, "Well, I'm sorry for that." Well, it's not. That's fine and dandy that you said you're sorry, but I look for the next time the situation occurs. I look for the next time that something happens and see how you move and act then. And if I have to keep on reminding you, well, what you're doing, what you're saying is not sitting well with me, well, it's not because you're not moving in a way that is comfortable for me. At that point, I must make a decision to back away from you and to leave you alone because clearly you're not going to give me what I'm seeking, how I'm seeking it. And that's why I find my peace and my comfort in. But that was a great question. Leo's gonna fight Miss Pam. She'll do a seafood mukbang. Crazy. Uh, Nick said it. Face your situation. Not your fault. Forgive the person, not for them for you, and do something you love. Right. Yep. Said the same thing. Exactly. Nick, we're right here, baby. We're right here. Leo, you know that's right. Changed behavior shows an apology. Exactly. Don't tell me you apologizing, you're sorry, but yet you're gonna do the same thing 5 minutes later. You don't. I don't want to hear that. It's not. That's not what it is. Show me. Don't tell me. That's why I don't do apologies very well. Ooh, see, straight from the bay. One thing that I learned early. Now, this is a little personal information, you guys. Like I said, my mom. Like I said we didn't grow up in the best situation. Was not growing up. Well, it was 4 kids, and my mom, she's a single mother. Was not, and I love her so much. I'm so endeared to her so much. Was ever not because she showed me all the right things to do, but because I've learned what to do by watching her, the good and the bad and the indifference. You know what I'm saying? Is something that I wouldn't give up for anything. You know, I'm not gonna get too personal with my life because I know people on here that like to dox and use stuff against you, whatever you know what I'm saying. But you can't use anything against me because I'm okay with everything that I do and everything that I say. But not to get too personal into her business, whatever. But it's just that when you are living in an environment where it's a constant struggle as a child, it either breaks you or builds you stronger or makes you stronger. And for me and my siblings, I think it made us stronger in the long run. Some has broken for a moment or was not broken, was cracked for a moment, was not, and they mended themselves. And me, I was that one that was never broken or cracked because I knew that where I was isn't where I'm going to be. I always knew that I had to learn the lessons that I need to learn in order for me to move forward and get to the next plateau in my life. So it was just something that I've always been that person to have that mindset. I don't know why. I've always been that person. Mm, good, very good, very good, very good. Exactly. Learn from mistakes. Time does heal, but you got to be willing to heal though, Leo, as well. Like, I mean, if you're not working on going through the process of working on it and dealing with it, was not, and not just for them, but for yourself to make yourself better. Time's not going to heal that because you're going to still be stuck in that same place if you're not trying to move forward. If you're not, you know, saying, and not saying big steps, very small steps. Just even a personal affirmation was not. You know what I'm saying? Journaling helps as well. Write about the situation was not, and release it out of your system. Just take yourself out of the situation was not because there's a lot of stuff because I also journaled. That's how I wrote the death. I started writing my first book that I wrote and self-published. um you know that started out of journaling because I was dealing with some stuff. I knew that if I didn't change my life, I was either going to be in jail or dead based on how I move on these streets sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that I need to change how I act, how I move, how I see things, how I, you know, communicate with people and with myself. And so I started journaling, taking all this anger and fear and stuff that I had and writing it down. You know what I'm saying? Because when things don't work out the way I thought it was going to work out, well, it's not. I will be pissed off. I will be upset. I will be mad. I will be scared. What's up, lovely one? How you doing, baby? Mm. Ooh. You need closure. Trying to chase after the of my dreams. Was he? Was it like? Thing is, we also have these fantasies as well that we think of ourselves or think that we want or need. We have these fantasies of things and people. And thing is, it's our fantasies, but it's their reality. And if we can't push our fantasies and our ideal dreams of someone onto someone else, we have to be willing to take people for who they are. And that's why I tell people all the time was that show me who you are, was not, and give me that choice and that option to either to be around you or not to be around you. I'll be more upset if someone tried to play me, I should say, by learning what I like and then showing me that when in reality that's not who they are. Show me who you are, 100% you, and give me that option and that choice to deal with that. And if someone that you said was your dream or your fantasy person was not, you have to ask yourself, what about my fantasy that didn't allow me to see who they really are for who they are? You know, and that's just me. Hey, Miss Deanna, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? You know, and that's just how I deal with stuff. Like to be honest, when I met my husband, I had an ideal guy that I wanted to meet. And when I met him, he kind of almost fit that thing about my size, long locks, beautiful dark skin, and a nice body, and that, whatever, all the other stuff was not. So initially, when I saw him, I'm like, damn, that's what I like. But as we start to know each other, like grow each other, was that is more than just the physical aspect of what my fantasy was or what my ideal type of person was for as far as that. It became more of, okay, well, you know what? You're a cool person. You have some integrity about yourself. You have all these other things was not that I'm looking for as well. But initially, it was just the physical aspect of who he was that I was drawn to, and it was more than just that physical thing that drew me to him. Granted, the physical thing caught my attention, but if he didn't have all the other qualities that he has, it wouldn't have been a match for me because I get past the physical quickly once I get past that. So it's like, I, although he was one of the ideal people that I will physically was not, if he didn't have the other stuff like the integrity, the sense of humor, all those other things, was not be able to communicate and speak well, professional. You know what I'm saying, with a little bit of street in them. You know what I'm saying. So all the other things I look for in people that I want to be around and be with was not the friendship aspect of it. Back to the friendship thing again. If we didn't build a friendship, was not everything else wouldn't have worked out. It's what it is. So that whole dream person, we all have a physical aspect of what we see physically as, damn, that's what I want. But we got to go a little bit deeper to just look at the physical aspect of it. What about the emotional level, the mental level, the social level? You know what I'm saying? Can you communicate? Do you have integrity? Are you an honest person? Are you a constant liar? Do you not are you someone that can keep their word? I'll be there at 3:30. Next thing you know, 5 o'clock, you're showing up acting like nothing ever happened. We need to be able to actually be realistic in our fantasies and in our dreams. You know, and there's nothing against anyone who has a dream person or an ideal person in our mind and who was hurt by that. We have to be honest with ourselves. Like, what about? my ideal person that I wanted to see in this individual right here that wasn't that. Because it's really never them. It really is never them. It's always because we always have to look at ourselves. We always have to look within ourselves and ask ourselves, what is it about our mindset and our thought process that allowed us to push our ideals onto someone else? Because like I always say, that people show you who they are. People show you who they are. People tell you who they are. Well, it's not. It's up to us to see it and believe it the first time. And when we have this ideal individual in mind, we try to make someone that. And then we get disappointed when they can't become who we want them to be. We get disappointed when they can't be the person that we have in our mind and maybe even the potential that we see in them when they haven't lived up to that. So it's always something that we have to work out within ourselves, I believe. But that's just my personal um thought on that process. Because like I said, I don't hold people higher than they are. You know what I'm saying? The people on here that I deeply adore. But at the same time, I can't give you more than what you give me. I can't pour onto you more. Hey, Miss Sheila E. Baby, how you doing? I can't pour onto you more than what you have poured onto me, no matter how much I adore you. You know, and no, that way I protect myself from being hurt, and that's why I also protect my feelings. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like I said earlier was that I think that's a lot of this anger on here comes from that people have poured onto people so much that they can't, you know, fathom why didn't you accept the goodness and honesty that I have given you was not. So now I'm hurt by it. So now let me try to hurt you as much as you've hurt me, type of thing. Ooh, Nixie Nix, you don't say something there. We hurt ourselves by our expectations. Exactly. Ooh, Leo, you said something then too. Most often, the reality of the situation is the closure. You're absolutely right. But we have to recognize it and be able to truly accept that as closure. Yep. You see the red flags, but you ignore them. Why did you ignore them? Exactly. Like I said, we ignore. I think that we ignore the red flags that some of us see because we want it so bad. We've thought about it so much. We want it so bad that we don't see how it could not be that, or how we can't make it what we want it to be, type of thing. And I think that that is something that we need to work on. Like I said, it's all about ourselves, about recognizing what we're willing to do. And once we see it, what's not, are we willing to deal with it or not? Be it good or bad, deal with it as far as, um, excuse me, excuse me, as far as are we going to move forward with it and deal with the consequences of behaviors and situations, or are we going to remove ourselves from the situation and from those consequences? Exactly, healthy boundaries coming from, and that starts with being allowing people to speak to you any kind of way. Taking on someone else's personality was not, and not letting them know, well, this is what I expect from you. And it's not a disrespectful thing. It's about, saying these are the boundaries that I have set for myself in which I'm going to live by and be comfortable in. And I hope that you will respect and accept that and do the same if you want to be around me. It takes a while, Leo, for people to actually get the lessons of life. But once you get them and you truly get them, it's they never fail. That's why I always say, once I see you, I'll always see you. I can't unsee you once I see you. Once I see a situation for what it is, I can't unsee that situation. I just can't. Yeah, people get caught up in the details. Everything happens for a reason. As I said, learn from everything. Learn from everything. Hmm. Ooh, yep. You can't expect me from other people. Was not like I said. We build our own expectations. Was not. We know what we was deal with and what we will stand for, and we know what we can't. I mean, y'all speaking some facts here tonight. Y'all speaking some facts in here today. This is not just me. Y'all throwing out some real gems, some real jewels. And that's what it's about. It's about, saying not everything is about a roast and a gag. Not everything is about, I'm saying, a funny ha ha ha. Granted, that's great, and we all want that and need that every once in a while. But at the same time, we also need some real conversations back and forth with one another. Was not. It doesn't have to be a huge thousand person in a chat type of situation. Was not. Sometimes it just have to be a nice intimate setting, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we all want to go to a huge concert. You know what I'm saying? At some kind of Superdome, whatever. But at the same time, it's nice just to have a little club performance as well and get that intimacy that we seek and that personal relationships that we seek with, amongst one another. Mr. Bradley, how you doing, sir? What we talking about? We talking about crisis management relationships, learning to love ourselves, learning to recognize the strength we have in one another, being able to pour on into each other equally. Um, what else are we talking about? We're talking about being able to recognize um, things for what they are. We are just talking about real life situations. Talking about real life situations, real life circumstances. That's what we're talking about, basically. You know, being able to recognize when we have diminished or need replenishment of our energy as well. You know, seeing things for what they are, taking note of that, recognizing it, forgiving ourselves, and moving on. Yeah, I think that's straight from the bay. When once you ask that question, that is the beginning point of you. If you haven't asked it before, if you spoke it out loud, that's the beginning point of your journey of to healing. That's your beginning point of you actually being ready and able to move on and move forward. You know, I think that we know when it's time for us to move forward and to get past the situations that we are in. It's up to us to truly be able to recognize that, learn from it, be healed within it, and then just let it go. Because sometimes it's not even about. Because really, it's never about the other person. It's always about ourselves. Because the reality is, one thing that I tell myself every day was not, if I lose everything and everyone around me was not, the only person that I can't lose is myself. Because before I go to bed every night, I'll see myself in the mirror. When I wake up every morning, I look at myself in the mirror. I'm the only person that I can't get away from. You know what I'm saying? And once I recognized that years ago, I was good. Because I can't, be dependent on everybody for everything. Ooh, running that. See, yeah, yeah. Thing is, I don't shut down per se. I do back away because I need that time for me to be okay. I need that time to check in with myself to make sure, are you good? Are you good? Are you okay? Are you okay? Cool, cool, cool. Then I just realize what I have to do, and then I just do it. Closure is loving yourself. It definitely is that. Closure is definitely loving yourself. Denia, you're right. That's what I said. I said Miss D said something like that, and so did Sean last week about be careful about what you're watching on YouTube and what you're allowing into your psyche. You gotta be very careful about that because a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, think that all this mess on here is cool and funny because gives us a tea, gives us a little bit of something to talk about. Well, it's not give us a little bit of mess, but the reality is we don't realize how much that comes into our psyche and it affects how we think and how we look at things. Well, it's not on a conscious or subconscious level. So we gotta be very careful about that. Oh, is it, Lord? I know. See, I don't follow all these moons and stars and stuff. I just speak what is put on my heart. I speak what's put on my heart. Oh yes, Lauren. A lot of stuff has been, passed down generationally. Exactly, and it's important for us to be able to recognize that and move forward from that, and break that cycle of pain and destruction and bad way. Because especially in our community was not, especially in the Black community, we're not learned. We haven't learned to talk about our emotions and our feelings, especially as Black men. We're not taught to speak on emotions. We're taught to be reactionary, and when we start talking about our emotions, was not, it becomes this, oh, you're soft type of thing, or it's, you're this and the third. And the reality is, it's not that at all. I think that the strongest people in the world are ones that can literally see things for what they are, what's not, and address them for what they are. You know what I'm saying? And be able to speak on them in an intelligent, logical manner, in a critical manner, was not, and still be able to move forward and have a positive outlook on life. Because as much stuff has happened to us as a people, one would expect us to be someone who is down and out. But the reality is, we are some of the strongest, most resilient people in the world, based on what happened generationally, and that's to speak on what's happening to individuals as individuals. I Very true, and I think that once we allow certain things to fester within us, we build that darkness from small kids. Well, it's not, if we don't try to find some kind of light in it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Hmm. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I just think that I like to have more conversations like this, more open dialogue with people, see how people feeling, what's not. Because like I said, not everything that I'm saying, even now, is meant for everyone. But at the same time, someone may get healed from it. Someone may get a little nugget here and there, was not, and use that to build on their healing process, or build on their new way of thinking in a better, more, what I'm saying, critical way. You know what I'm saying? And that's the name, hence Food Junkie, was not food for thought. I want people to take what I'm saying, take what is being said over here, was not only by me, but by the chat and things like that, and be able to learn from it, to be able to heal from it, to be able to be a better person from it. Because I think all of our goals, regardless if we do it consciously or consciously, is to be the best people that we were ever meant to be. Seek out who we were meant to be and be that to our best ability. I know that's what I try to do. I try to be. It's not always for, what I'm saying, me to come into the room and stand out and scream and yell, what's not. But sometimes it's time for me to sit back and watch and observe and make my next move and build my strategy up so I can do what I need to do, was not, to better myself. Mm, yes, Lauren. Remove them, remove them, remove them, remove them all. Right? Yeah. They tell you to be quiet. They tell you to stop all that crying, stop all that whining. You done beat my butt. Let me do this. Let me cry for at least for a couple minutes. Let me do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just we I don't know, just you know, I think that we start the whole crisis management thing, was not, because we see what's going on in our families, whatever. So we want, like, y'all see little kids with that, whatever, who want to console their parent if their parents feeling hurt was not. They'll go rub on their parents' leg or rub on their parents' shoulder was not, or just lay up under them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We start the whole crisis management process at an early age. Self soothing, they call it. Self soothing. Exactly. Moral of the story, Long really said it. Focus on you. Be the best you can be because there's only one you out there. And when you have to replenish your goods, you know, make sure that there's something or someone there to, you know, be able to lift and build you back up. Moral of the story. Moral of the story. Yeah, I mean, and then I try to come with, um, you know, a little bit of integrity, a little bit of critical thinking, a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? A lot of self awareness, and hopefully, it rubs off and people understand it and get it. You know, it's not my place to always, you know what I'm saying, rag someone down or talk about what's going on these streets. Well, it's not. And if I do, talk about it in a way that is more personal about me than it is about the people that actually I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't understand what's not like. That's why y'all know who've been with me for a while. Oh, thank you, my 2 cents, baby. You know, y'all know like I really don't like mentioning people's names because the names are interchangeable, as we have seen over the past several months. The names are never important, as I always say. The names aren't important. It's the situations that I normally try to talk about. And the situations is something that we can learn from. The names of the people are interchangeable. One week is this person, next week is that person. 2 weeks from now is somebody totally different. So if we focus on the situations and not the names of the people involved in the situations, well, it's not. That's when the lessons start coming to us. That's when we start seeing things for what they are, seeing the situations for what they are. What's up, Taz? How you doing? Taz, don't come in here with that. This ain't one of those lines today. But yeah, if we focus on the situations that's at hand and not the actual people involved in these situations, I think that we'll start doing some real work and real progress and moving forward in how we do things here on this YouTube. Because I think that we've not only have we gotten away from a lot of things, we have gotten away from who we are as people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The whole humanity in what we do, the whole humanity in how we do things and how we see things and how things move. And I think that's what we need to really start focusing on more is the humanity of each other, you know, because we all have our own things that we're dealing with and how we're dealing with them, whatever. We may not agree with everything that's happening and what's going on these streets right now, but we have to look at how we have been an active participant in it. A lot of us think it's okay, but when it starts affecting us or we feel it's going too far, then it becomes the issue. But it's not realizing that it's always been an issue. It's always been an issue. Hmm. Exactly. Yes, I am butt naked, Lauren. I'm all told you most times when I'm in the dark, I'm always naked. That's why I've been in the dark. I can show y'all all my goods. I want to grow organically, not with stunts and things like that. I want y'all saying, oh, tune into Food Junkie, he'll be naked today. But just keep in mind, pretty much every time I'm dark in the early afternoon, I'm pretty much naked. Atlanta chick. Oh, now you in the bushes watching. I can't even deal. I can't even deal with y'all. Y'all always want to take me there. Y'all always want to take me there. Y'all know it's easy to take me there. Well, it's like always want to take me there. Always want to take me there. Ooh, baby, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, I mean, I just want to come to you guys and talk about, crisis management relationships was not, and pretty much not only crisis management relationships, but crisis management relationships within ourselves, knowing that we have to be in a relationship with ourselves first. Before we can truly be in a relationship with anyone else, we have to be in a relationship with ourselves first. Yes, I am, baby. Yes, I am. A little peekaboo. Should I give you something? I should give you something. Give you a little something, something, something. No, no, nope, don't, nope, nope, no peekaboos. I was gonna give you a little something to look at, but nope, 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 nope. We're gonna stay in the dark. We're gonna stay in the dark. We're gonna stay in the dark. But Sheila, you can't be trying to be with me and Steve at the same time. I'm jealous. I'm a jealous individual. You can't try to be with me and Steve. I've been hearing you over there on Sean's thing talking about Steve. I've been getting all upset about it, but it's all good. Y'all, let's say hello to ATL Chick 99. Welcome, baby. We appreciate you being here, sweetheart. Thank you so much for being here, baby. No, if I'm involved in a threesome, well, it's not. It won't be a threesome for long. That's all I'm saying. That someone's always gonna be on the edge of the bed watching, being upset. But yeah, I mean, just because I said, like on the whole, like we have to realize that we are in relationships with ourselves first and foremost for us now, and that's where our first crisis management relationships that we need to deal with this. It's within ourselves, making sure that we are able to recognize and see, you know what I'm saying, that what we go through and how we absorb things and how we interact with each other, well, it's not, and even with ourselves, that it's very important to how we're going to interact with other people. We can't allow things to distract us from loving ourselves, being with ourselves, being able to be comfortable within ourselves, because all that is going to show outwardly. All that's going to express itself outwardly. All that's going to, what I'm saying, be part of who we are as individuals and what we show the world, what I'm saying, how we not only respond, but how we absorb what's out there in the world. So we got to be very careful about that. We can't just allow everything into our psyche, into our being. And we have to be able to manage that. We have to be able to manage expectations of ourselves, expectations of others, from ourselves, all of those things. So be able to manage all those things. You know what I'm saying? We can't just think that we're going to go by idly by in life and not be able to deal with the hardships or the ups and downs of that life may have in store for us. And that's just something that we are constantly, well, I know I'm constantly in the works of building myself to be a better person, because I want to be the best person I was meant to be. I want to live up to my fullest potential. I know that I will never stop growing, never stop learning, never stop developing who I am and altering things as need be. You know, that's just who I am. That's just what I do. But you guys, this is a little bit longer than what I expected it to be. I want to thank you guys for being here with me. I want to thank you guys for just being respectful and being an active participant in this chat. Saying I really always appreciate that. I really, really do. If you haven't liked this video already, please like it on your way out. Like I say, not everything I say is meant for you to take in its totality. Take the pieces and parts of what I say that helps you be stronger, help you be a better person, helps you be the best person you was meant to be, and discard the rest. you know Make sure that you are constantly working on yourself, constantly working on being the best person you were meant to be. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, all of my new subscribers, all of my day ones, everyone in between. I adore you. I really do appreciate it. And as I always say, you guys, love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and definitely respect someone else. You guys have a great day. Be prosperous, be positive, be loving. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, this is your boy Food Junkie, and I'm out. Peace.